Emmerdale viewers have been given a first look at Joe Tate and Dawn Taylor's upcoming wedding, which is set to air later this year. The newly released teaser has a haunting atmosphere, showing Dawn standing in front of a mirror dressed in her wedding gown. As she gazes at her reflection, both her fiancé Joe and former partner Billy Fletcher appear beside her. The two men are visible only in the mirror, and throughout the trailer, each of them mysteriously disappears one at a time. Every disappearance is accompanied by an unsettling sound effect, hinting that Dawn will face an impossible choice between the two men on her wedding day. Dawn herself remains expressionless for most of the teaser, adding to the eerie mood. The preview then takes a much darker turn. The room suddenly becomes shadowy, Joe and Billy vanish completely, and Dawn is left alone, appearing tearful as she stares ahead. Many viewers also noticed what looked like a black veil covering her face, sparking speculation that the wedding could end in tragedy for one of the show's major characters. Fans are now wondering whether the unsettling trailer is foreshadowing a devastating outcome. The theory has gathered momentum after producer Laura Shaw hinted that the storyline will be filled with emotional and shocking moments. Speaking to the press, Laura revealed that the wedding week will be one of the biggest events of the year for Emmerdale. She explained that the episodes will deliver plenty of drama, heartbreak, unexpected twists, and major stunts, promising viewers an unforgettable week packed with emotional highs and devastating lows. Her comments about tragedy and heartbreak have only fueled speculation that disaster could strike during the celebrations. While the teaser and Dawn's apparent black veil have convinced many fans that a death could be on the cards, the true outcome remains a mystery. Elsewhere, viewers are also preparing for the long-awaited return of Sadie King. Laura teased that not everyone in the village will be pleased to see her back, although a few residents who never knew her in the past may unexpectedly warm to her. She also hinted that these new friendships could prove risky, reminding fans that Sadie always has a hidden motive. According to Laura, Sadie returns carrying a shocking secret that will have major consequences, and she suggested that nothing about her comeback is quite as straightforward as it first appears. Emmerdale's Kev faces his biggest insecurity as he grows closer to Lewis. Almost everyone has tried to keep Kev away from Lewis, including Ross Barton, Vinnie Dingle, and even his criminal associate Steve. Ross previously framed Kev for the cafe burglary with Nicola King's help, but the truth was eventually uncovered. Later, Vinnie saw Kev getting into a car carrying a crowbar and assumed he was heading out to commit another crime. In reality, Kev was trying to stop Steve from carrying out a robbery, but no one believed his explanation. Things became even worse when Vinnie falsely claimed that Kev had assaulted him, painting him as a dangerous man, despite the attack never happening. Although Vinnie's actions were misguided, they came from his own traumatic childhood, as he was determined to stop Lewis from experiencing the same abuse. Eventually, after pressure from his mother, Vinnie admitted he had lied. Following the confession, Lewis has agreed to give Kev another chance, although their relationship is still fragile. Kev is desperate not to make any mistakes and feels completely out of his comfort zone trying to be the father Lewis deserves. The pair arrange to spend time together, and their bond begins to strengthen when Lewis admits he never learned to ride a bicycle. Kev immediately offers to teach him, creating what should be a touching father and son moment. There is just one problem. Kev can't ride a bike either. As Kev tries to leave his criminal past behind, temptation continues to follow him. Ruby Milligan approaches him with a proposal to steal a delivery connected to Jimmy's latest haulage contract. Ruby is convinced Kev will jump at the chance, but to her surprise, he refuses, determined to stay on the right path. However, she may have information that could eventually pressure him into changing his mind. Before dealing with Ruby's scheme, Kev has another challenge to overcome. Attempting to demonstrate how to ride a bike, he quickly loses control, falls off, and ends up flat on the ground. Embarrassed by both his deception and his lack of cycling skills, Kev is left feeling defeated. Instead of laughing, Lewis joins his father on the ground in a heartfelt moment that brings them even closer together. As they share the quiet moment, Lewis reveals some life-changing news. The question now is whether this marks the start of a fresh chapter for Kev, or if Ruby's tempting offer will pull him back into his old ways. Previewing what's ahead for Lewis, actor Bradley Riches revealed that viewers should expect an emotional journey filled with highs, lows, conflict, and unexpected twists. He explained that Lewis begins to come to terms with certain events, only for another shock to send everything back to the beginning. He also teased that the biggest drama unfolds around Lewis's birthday, making the situation even more emotional. Despite the difficulties ahead, Kev and Lewis will continue to build their relationship, while the Barton family unite to support one another through the challenges to come. Emmerdale's Jack Downham bids emotional farewell following Noah Dingle's exit as co-stars pay tribute. Emmerdale star Jack Downham has opened up with an emotional farewell after leaving the ITV soap, bringing his 17-year stint as Noah Dingle to a close. The actor recently departed the show after Noah left the village and headed to Dusseldorf to start a fresh chapter, marking the end of one of the programme's longest-serving younger characters. Following his exit, Downham took the chance to thank everyone who had shared his journey on the soap, calling Emmerdale an unforgettable place to have worked. During Noah's final storyline, he initially chose to remain in the village so he could stand by his mother Charity while she dealt with the devastating situation surrounding Dr. Todd. However, Charity later understood that her son should not put his own future on hold because of her problems. Determined to see Noah follow his dreams, she urged him to take the job in Germany and begin a new life overseas. Once his final episode had aired, Downham shared a series of behind-the-scenes pictures on Instagram, offering fans a nostalgic look at his years on the programme. The collection followed his transformation from a young child actor into an adult and featured plenty of memorable moments from his time filming in the Yorkshire Dales. One of the photographs showed Downham on his very first day on set, with the young actor dressed in a striking piano-themed outfit. Looking back at the old picture, he poked fun at his childhood clothing choice and joked that he had obviously misunderstood what he was supposed to wear on his first day. He also revisited Noah's dramatic prison storyline by posting another behind-the-scenes snap from that period and making fun of the character's more rebellious side. His humorous comment suggested that he can now look back at some of Noah's darkest moments with plenty of affection. A further image showed Downham posing with Katie Hill and Shebs Meyer, who play Sarah Sugden and Cami Hadid. Continuing his playful approach, he joked about being a thorn between two roses, giving fans another reason to smile. Downham's goodbye became more heartfelt when he expressed his appreciation for the cast, crew, and production team who had supported him throughout his 17 years with the soap. He described his time on Emmerdale as an incredibly meaningful experience and said he was grateful for the friendships, memories, and opportunities he had gained along the way. His exit also led to an emotional response from his fellow stars, with numerous cast members leaving touching messages, good wishes, and tributes in the comments. His co-stars celebrated his talent, warmth, and commitment, while wishing him all the best for whatever comes next in his career. Viewers joined in with the tributes, with many fans saying they had practically grown up alongside Noah. They looked back on the character's development from a child into a young adult, remembering major plots involving family difficulties, relationships, prison, and his particularly strong connection with Charity. Emmerdale airs on ITV1 every weeknight at 8 p.m, with episodes available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.